I guess I was wrong about the multi-city attack happening across the nation. Now, guys, I was probably wrong about the multi-city attack, as there was a development today where there was a possible, not a possible, there was a telecommunications threat, meaning bad actors, if you will, set up devices throughout New York City, or rather throughout the tri-state area, where it was going to affect the telecommunication system by way of jamming the system, flooding it with 911 calls, having encrypted messages between bad actors, if you will. And this was something that was foiled, if I'm not mistaken, by the FBI today near the UN. Now, the multi-city attack video I did a couple of days ago now is starting to make a little sense. Now, I said that I thought that attack was unlikely, but if it was to happen, you need to be ready regardless, because in this day and age, you never know. Now, I found something interesting, and then I started connecting the dots, but I didn't connect the dots the other day, but I'm connecting them today. And today, my assessment is this could be a real thing. This could be a problem. Could be, or could is the magic or the key word. Could be a problem, because there are a couple of things that just popped up. One, this telecommunication threat that was just foiled. And the fact that they were going to use something called AI 911 spamming or scamming calls. And this is where they flood the 911 system with fake calls. Why would they do that, you ask? They would do that because if you flood the 911 system with all of these fake calls, you're giving the police department, throughout the city the runaround. Meanwhile, you're effectively attacking an area, but now people are trying to call 911 because they're attacking a certain area, but you can't get through to 911 because they're answering bullshit calls. And then the cops are out going on other calls. Now, the calls that they would have the cops respond to would be bad calls, if you will, or more dangerous calls. So they would start flooding in calls with like "cop shot." Then you have cops all over the city responding to 1085s left and right. They're going over here, they're going over there. They're responding all over for those 1085s that don't exist, which is a cop in trouble or a cop in need of assistance, right? So now you have them going to that. You have them flooding calls with burglaries, or a person getting attacked, or a person actively getting raped, women actively getting raped. And they're responding to all of that, leaving a certain area of the city without any cops. Sort of like Die Hard with a Vengeance when they detonated the bomb downtown by the Wall Street area, but then they sent out a call saying, oh, we have a bomb in one of the schools in the city, and all of the cops left the area, and they left that area by itself. This could be something like that. And when I started noticing, I'm like, wait a minute, that was like Die Hard 4. You leave an area without any cops, you could do what you want. Now you got bad actors attacking that area, people trying to call 911, but they can't get through, and 911 is picking up other bullshit calls. The only way that's going to happen, if you got a cop jump on the air directly with dispatch, telling them what's going on, that's going to take a few minutes for that to happen. So now, this can absolutely be a thing. On top of that, supposedly Laura Loomer also stated that the bad actors, if you will, have police uniforms and EMT uniforms. Firefighters are hard to get. We get our shit directly from headquarters or the actual agency, whereas cops, correction officers, EMTs, they get a lot of their uniforms from outside the organization, right? Because you can go to a store and pick up a uniform that looks like an EMT and looks like a police officer. You can get a patch from anywhere, sew that on the right side, do it the way they're supposed to, and they can look like a police officer. So now what happens is you're running to them for help because you see ambulances that are not FDNY ambulances. They're probably private sector ambulances. You're running for them to help, and what happens? They start laying down fire as you're running at them. That's one of the things that Laura Loomer said could happen if they are, in fact, planning to use police officer uniform and EMT uniforms. Meanwhile, you're thinking they're there to help, and they're not. They're going around taking people out. You're like, officer, I got somebody, bang, bang, right? And then you're out like a light. So this seems to be something a lot more egregious or worse than I originally thought. Now, here's the catch, or I'm going to say something that's not going to sit well with a lot of people. Doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's Mossad. It doesn't matter if it's actually Al Qaeda. We will handle that and we will address that when the situation is done. While this is going on, you need to stay focused and you need to stay on the ready for whatever might happen. If it does wind up being some psyop kind of nonsense, doesn't matter. Address the situation accordingly, handle the situation accordingly, and then once we get through this and the dust has settled, then we go and investigate who actually did this. But as this is going on, it's irrelevant. Take care of yourself, take care of the people around you. If you're in there to help medically, patch everybody you can up. Don't put yourself in danger if you don't have to, but if you're that kind of person, good luck. If you are armed or strapped, be armed and strapped for the next foreseeable future. Now, they're saying that this attack can happen anywhere between November and February, which I find that to be an odd kind of time span, but it does cover Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. So keep that in mind. So between November and February is the dates that they think this is going to happen. Now, I do take issue with them thinking this is going to happen, because if you know this is going to happen and you just foiled one plan, you must be on to other shit that might be happening. But listen, that could have all been a ruse. They could have directed or redirected the cops to look at this while they're doing something else. There's a lot of things in play. You need to keep your eyes open, and you need to pay attention to what's going on, and you need to pay attention to your surroundings and be ready at all times. Other than that, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.